KONDOSAN.
Once upon a time, Snow White mastered the violin that the prince had given her as a present. Her instructor and the prince were proud of Snow White.
Wow! Amazing!
Perfect!
One day, as she wandered around the town, she ran into a little girl playing the violin.
You're so good at playing the violin.
Thank you. My mom taught me. She was a successful violinist when she was young. But I wish I could play the magic violin.
Magic violin?
Yes, it's the old violinist's violin. The sound of it heals the sick and makes flowers bloom.
Is that so? Everyone would want to play a violin like that.
Since the old violinist can't play it anymore, he'll give his violin to the winner of the music contest.
That's so nice. Well, you can enter the contest and win the violin.
Unfortunately, I can't. They don't let me in because I'm too young.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that.
And the worst part is, Betty the Freckles will be entering the contest.
Betty? Who is that?
The little violinist girl told Snow White all about Betty.
The magic violin must be mine. I will heal the sick with it and make lots of money.
Yes, you will, Freckles. I'm sure of it.
Stop calling me Freckles or I'll pluck your feathers.
Okay, I won't.
So Betty is after the violin so that she can make money off the sick.
I'm afraid she is. Betty doesn't deserve the magic violin.
Snow White pondered a few minutes and...
So maybe I should enter this contest.
Oh, do you play the violin too?
Not as good as you do, but yes.
I would rather you win the violin over Betty. We can practice together.
Then it's settled. We'll do our best and stop Betty from winning the magic violin.
Finally, the day of the contest had arrived. Snow White was among the contestants.
I don't like this girl at all. She's such a snob. I wonder who she is.
She's Snow White and apparently very good at playing the violin.
The first round of the contest involved singing and playing the violin. The contestants started rehearsing.
She's really good at this. I can't let her compete against me.
I'm sure you'll win, Snow White.
I'll do my best. You can trust me.
Meanwhile, Betty the Freckles approached.
Just because you're a princess doesn't mean you'll win.
You must be Betty. May the best violinist win.
Of course it'll be me. Watch me. This so-called princess can't make it past the first round.
It's easy. You can spike her tea and make her get a hoarse voice.
Well done. Good idea.
Snow White mustn't drink that tea.
I suppose we didn't hit it off earlier. I wanted to bring you some tea as an apology.
No worries. It's already forgotten. Thank you.
Don't drink that, princess. They've spiked the tea. Drink this instead. I've put some honey in it.
Oh, thank you. It was a close call. Oh.
Go check if that little princess is drinking the tea.
Yes, she drank it all.
Cool. She'll be so embarrassed about her hoarse voice.
And the contest began. When it was her turn, Snow White got onto the stage and sang a song while playing her violin.
She sounds good. voice so normal.
Maybe the dose wasn't enough.
Bravo!
Incredible!
What a
Beautiful
beautiful voice!
This can't be. She got a 10.
La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
Snow White and Betty were qualified for the final round. This time, they would only be playing the violin.
You couldn't take care of your voice, but you can break your violin.
Yes, that small brain of yours sometimes works well.
Don't underestimate me, Freckles. I'm a smart bird.
I told you not to call me Freckles.
Okay, don't get mad. It was an accident.
Let's loosen these strings and we're done.
You're really a bad person, Betty. But you've forgotten about my violin.
The final round had begun. Snow White put up a great performance. Everyone was amazed.
What? Her violin was broken. How could she play? I guess this girl is really talented. I can't beat her.
No, you have no other chance but to play better than her. Just keep it cool. Don't get stressed.
Betty got onto the stage, but her performance was only mediocre. She made a few mistakes and couldn't get a 10 from the judges.
And the winner is Snow White! Yay!
This magic violin is yours, little girl. I sincerely believe that you'll use it only to do good.
Of course, Snow White. Thank you so much. You'll see, I'll heal everyone with this magic violin. I promise.
Once upon a time, there lived a girl named Dorothy who lived with her Uncle Henry and Auntie Em in Kansas. Their house was very small. They lived together in a cottage in the countryside. Dorothy loved to run and play in the fields with her dog Coco. One day, as she was playing outside, the sky darkened and a storm began to brew. In a panic, her aunt and uncle started closing the windows while calling out to Dorothy.
Dorothy, quick, to the shelter!
Hurry! A tornado is approaching! Dorothy and Coco ran home. But just before they reached the shelter, the tornado started spinning and spinning the little cottage and blew it away from its foundations. Coco and Dorothy were whirling with the house. Dorothy held on to her little dog tightly, waiting for the tornado to end. Oh, don't be scared, Coco. It'll be over soon. Finally, the house landed somewhere with a big thud. After the storm, when everything had calmed down, Dorothy and Coco got out of the house. They couldn't believe their eyes. They were in a totally different place. Everywhere was filled with sparkling and colourful flowers. Suddenly, several tiny fairies rushed out from among the flowers and greeted them. In front of them all was the Fairy Queen. Welcome, Dorothy. I'm the Good Fairy of the North. I've come here with my protective fairies to congratulate you. Hello, Queen of the Fairies. I'm very pleased to meet you, but I don't understand why you are congratulating me. With the great tornado that brought your house here with you, you blew the Wicked Witch of the West far, far away. You saved the country from a huge danger. Oh, really? Thank you very much, Madame. At least there was a benefit to my house blowing away. Look here, Dorothy. These are the shoes that the Wicked Witch of the West has always wanted. She had just gotten a hold of them, but she must have dropped them as she flew away. Wear these shoes right away. You will need them in the future. Not understanding why, Dorothy took off her shoes and wore the new pair right away. My dear fairy, how will I return home? Can you help me, please? I'm sorry, but only the Wizard of Oz can help you, Dorothy. You must go to the city where he lives. For this, you must follow this path that you see and go straight past the forest. Once you arrive to the city, you will see the palace before you. Goodbye. Suddenly, all the fairies lit up brightly and flew away. Dorothy and Coco started walking down the path that the fairies had mentioned. Not before long, they arrived at a field. It was a golden field of wheat. Suddenly, they heard a sound.
Hey, beautiful girl, please help me.
Dorothy turned and looked behind her. There was a scarecrow standing and waiting there. He was tied to a post trying to free himself. Upon seeing the talking scarecrow, Dorothy ran right up to him, surprised.
Please save me from this post. I want to be free. If only I had a brain, maybe I would find a way to escape.
We're going to the Wizard of Oz to ask him to help us get home. If you join me and Coco, maybe you can ask him for a brain.
That's a wonderful idea. Of course I'd love to. Go on then, me from this post so we can continue on our way.
Dorothy saved the scarecrow from the post at once. Now the three of them started their journey together. Finally, they arrived at the forest. Propped up against a tree by the side of the road, they saw a tin man. He was busy oiling his screws and was whistling away.
Hello, little girl and friends. Where are you headed?
Dorothy told him everything that had happened.
Let me come with you. Maybe he'll give me a heart.
Why not? Of course you can come. Together, they walked a long way. It was getting very dark. It became pitch black. Dorothy noticed a pair of glowing eyes behind a tree. Hey, who are you? Come out!
Be careful, Dorothy. What are you doing? What if it's a monster?
It's not. Don't worry. Hey, you! Come out, I said! All of a sudden, a lion slowly came out from behind the tree. He was trembling with fear. He was very fearful.
Hello? Please don't hurt me. I'm a very good lion and I'm very scared. I have no self-confidence at all.
Dorothy was very sad to see the lion like this. They took him with them to see the Wizard of Oz. I hope you'll be able to find what you're looking for there as well, Mr. Lion. A few hours later, they reached the city and asked for directions to the palace of the Wizard of Oz. Once they walked past the city gates, they realized that they had arrived somewhere incredibly beautiful. The city was surrounded with bright lights and wonderful flowers. Birds happily chirping could be heard everywhere. Together, they approached the guards of the palace. We've come to see the Wizard of Oz. Can you please let him know? Suddenly, the doors of the palace opened, and with the guards they appeared before the wizard. The Wizard of Oz was a lovely old man sitting on a magnificent throne in a very fancy outfit.
Why do you want to see me?
Dorothy explained everything that had happened. The old wizard was a kind-hearted man. He was very sad for the little girl.
Actually, I can grant all of your wishes. However, the Wicked Witch of the West holds a wand. This wand is magical and incredibly powerful. It breaks all the spells that I cast. First, you must get this wand back.
You should have sent your soldiers. Maybe you could have gotten it back.
She knows my soldiers very well. She sends them back from halfway when she sees them approaching.
Since she doesn't know us, we should try our luck and maybe we will succeed. That night, the Wizard of Oz invited them to stay as his guests in the palace. The next morning, the 4 friends set off together. As they approached the castle, the Wicked Witch of the West was shocked at what she saw.
Who are they? A scarecrow, a tin man, the Lion King, and a very beautiful girl.
Because she didn't know who they were and why they were coming to her castle, she sent 4 of her witch soldiers to capture them immediately.
Soldiers, arrest those who are approaching and lock them in the dungeon at once. Let's see why they are visiting me.
The 4 witches flew down, captured the 4 friends, and locked them in the dungeon.
No! What are they going to do to us? They're going to cut us and eat us for sure. Mummy!
Why have they locked up us here?
Frightened, they waited as the Wicked Witch of the West approached them.
Are you Dorothy? You will come with me to the tower. You'll explain to me what it is you want.
The witch held on tightly to her magical wand. Suddenly, she noticed Dorothy's shoes. These were the shoes that she had always wanted, but had accidentally dropped while being blown away by the tornado. She needed to take these shoes from Dorothy one way or another. With the shoes, her magical powers would grow stronger. When they reached the top of the tower, they started to talk.
Tell me, Dorothy, that's your name, isn't it? Why have you come to my castle?
I want to return to my home in Kansas. That's why I've come to you. They said only you could make this happen.
Of course, though I have one condition. You must give me those shoes.
No, I can't. I need them. Even though Dorothy did not know what the shoes were good for, she remembered what the fairy had said. This answer angered the Wicked Witch of the West, and she realized she would not be able to take the shoes just by talking.
So, you're not giving them to me, are you? I know how to take them. Come here, you!
They ran in circles through the tower as Dorothy was being chased. Since the shoes were magical, the witch couldn't catch Dorothy, not even using magic. The Wicked Witch of the West started to get dizzy from all the running around. Suddenly, she lost her balance and fell from the very top of the tower. When she fell to the ground, she turned into a huge black rock. Just before she fell, she dropped her magical wand. Dorothy took the wand immediately and headed to the dungeon to free her friends.
Dorothy, you're here at last. We were worried sick. Where's the witch?
Yes, where's the witch? They're not going to eat us, are they?
Forget the witch for now. We need to take this wand to the Wizard of Oz right away. In no time, they escaped from the castle and headed right to the palace of the wizard. As the Wizard of Oz held the magical wand in his hands, a smile formed on his face.
Finally, all evil has come to an end. This is because of you, Dorothy. Now, let's come to everyone's wishes.
With a magical wand, the wizard granted the Tin Man a heart. The Scarecrow a brain, and the Lion courage. Everyone was filled with joy. The lion kept on roaring away.
Now time for you, Dorothy. Come next to me. Listen to me well. When you tap the shoes that you're wearing on the ground 3 times, all of your wishes will come true. You can finally go home and be reunited with your family.
The friends, who realized that they would now be parting from one another, hugged each other.
Dorothy, because of you I have a brain and can't think. Look, if it weren't for you, I'd be stuck on that post in the field.
Yes, Dorothy. And now I have a heart. I love you.
And because of you, I am now a brave lion. Now let others be afraid of me.
I'm so glad to have met you all. You were great road companions. Thank you so much. Time to go. Come on, Coco. Are you ready to go back home? Dorothy took Coco in her arms and tapped her feet 3 times. She suddenly found herself at home. Uncle Henry and Auntie Em hugged her tightly. She told them everything that had taken place. But now she was home. She could play with Coco in the fields once again.
Once upon a time, in a very cold country, there lived 2 little children who were neighbours. They were very good friends. The girl's name was Gerder, and the boy was called Kai. They played together all the time. Every night, Gerder's grandmother would gather them in front of the fireplace and tell them stories. That night, Grandma was telling them the story about the Snow Queen.
Kids, the Snow Queen was a very beautiful girl with deep green eyes. But she was also just as evil. She would use sleighs to trick the children, capture them, and then turn them into ice sculptures. Like her hair, her heart was also made of ice.
Grandma, that's so scary. What if she comes to our house? We need to protect ourselves from her.
Kids, this is actually a true story. Please don't ever get on the sleighs of strangers. If you do, bad things may happen to you.
The next day, Kai and Gerder went out for some sled racing across the snow-covered countryside. Kai was still in the effect of Grandma's story.
Gerda, when I went to bed last night, I thought of something. I wonder if the Snow Queen can be melted. If we can get her near the fireplace, maybe we can melt her. This way the spell she casted on all those frozen children will be broken and they'll be set free.
Kai, please lower your voice. Maybe she can hear us and will get very angry. We must be careful.
I will melt the Snow Queen.
In fact, the Snow Queen could hear even a whisper from anywhere in the country. After hearing Kai laughing and making fun of her, the Snow Queen decided that she would bring Kai to her palace and turn him into an ice sculpture forever. She immediately sent a beautiful reindeer-drawn sleigh to where the children were.
Oh my God, what a beautiful sleigh this is! Do you think we should hop on and try it, Gerda? According to the story, the Snow Queen also has a sleigh, but this can't be it. Look how beautiful this is. It's covered in silver and so shiny.
No, Kai, don't get on. Remember what Grandma said? She warned us not to get on any stranger's sleigh.
It's so beautiful. I'll ride it just for a little and then get off right away.
As soon as Kai got on the sleigh, the reindeers took off right up in the air. Within seconds, they were out of sight. The Snow Queen was having him taken to her castle. Kai was very scared and regretful for not listening to Gerda. But it was too late. Months passed and they didn't hear from Kai at all. Seasons passed, the snow melted, and summer arrived. Gerder was worried sick, so she finally went to talk to her grandmother.
Grandma, I'm going off to search for Kai. I'm so worried about him and I've missed him so much. Please, let me go.
On one condition, Gerder. I trust you a lot, and you're a brave girl, but I have a magic mirror, and I want you to take it with you.
What good is this mirror to me, Grandma?
When you come face to face with the Snow Queen, make her look into this mirror. Only then you will see its use.
Gerder placed the mirror in her bag and left. While going through the forest, she came across a small cottage. She knocked on the door because she was tired and wanted to rest a little. A sweet old lady opened the door. Actually, she was a sorcerer who always did good spells.
Come in, pretty girl. We were waiting for you. I know why you're here, and I'm going to help you. You're searching for your best friend Kai. My cat Cotton will tell you where he is.
Really? Thank you so much.
Gerder immediately went next to Cotton, who was lying on a pillow by the fireplace.
Dear Cotton, how can I find my friend Kai?
Meow. There's a little girl in the cottage at the end of the forest. She told me to send you there as soon as you arrived. She knows where your friend is. Meow.
Gerder thanked them and left. She walked and walked, and when she reached the cottage at the end of the forest, night had already fallen. A little girl met her before she came and knocked on the door.
Welcome, Gerder. I was expecting you. Please sit by the fire and have something to eat.
I'm really tired and hungry. Thank you so much.
After you eat, get some rest. Tomorrow I will send you to the Snow Queen's palace. Don't worry.
In the morning, they went to the barn in the back, where there were 2 beautiful reindeers. The little girl could talk to the reindeers. She whispered to their ears to take Gerder to the Snow Queen's palace. Right away, they prepared a beautiful sleigh.
I don't know how to thank you for helping me.
Have a nice trip. Don't be scared. My reindeers will take you to the palace, and you will find your friend Kai. Take these with you.
Gerder set off on the road with the reindeers pulling on the sleigh. They travelled for several days. Everywhere was covered with white snow. Thankfully, the little girl had given Gerder a thick coat, a hat, and a warm blanket.
I'm covered with a warm blanket while traveling on a sleigh. I'd be so happy if I could do this with Kai. Hopefully we can do it on our way back.
After journeying for days, they finally arrived in front of a shimmering white castle. Gerder realized that they had arrived at the Snow Queen's castle.
My dear reindeers, wait for me here. I'm going to go get my friend and come right back.
She went right into the castle. Everything was made of ice and was covered with icicles. She wandered around the entire castle, but there was absolutely no one around.
Kai! Kai! Where are you? Kai! I can't find you.
Her voice was echoing in the empty castle. When she finally opened the door of a room on the top floor, suddenly she saw Kai. He was standing like a statue in the middle of the room.
Kai! Kai! Wake up! Talk to me! I've missed you so much, my dear friend. I've finally found you.
She was crying and rubbing all over and trying to melt the ice. She cried and cried so much that her tears started melting the ice around Kai. Suddenly, Kai came alive and started talking.
Gerder, I know you would come for me. I also missed you, and I'm so happy to see you.
We'll talk about everything later, Kai. Let's get out of here right away.
Right then, the Snow Queen returned to the castle and walked into the room where they were standing. She was terrifying. Gerder was seeing her for the first time. With her long white hair and deep green eyes, the Snow Queen was a beautiful woman. The Snow Queen started to shout with anger.
How dare you, entering my castle without permission and melting my sculpture? Now it's your turn. You asked for it. You will also be one of my sculptures. Ha 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 ha.
Gerder was terrified, but she knew that she had to stand up against the Snow Queen. Suddenly, she remembered the mirror that her grandmother had given her.
I've never seen anyone quite as beautiful as you. But unfortunately, your heart is not as beautiful. I feel sorry for you. You can turn me into an ice sculpture if you wish, but my grandmother sent you a mirror. Can you look at it once?
Give me that mirror. Why did she send this to me?
The Snow Queen took the mirror in her hands and was shocked, because the reflection in the mirror was of her as a child. She was a pretty little girl with long blonde hair and deep green eyes.
Oh my God! What's happening?
At that moment, a cloud of dust surrounded the Queen. Getting smaller and smaller, she turned into a small, beautiful girl. A miracle had taken place. The mirror was in fact magical. Those who looked into it would see their true selves. It seemed that the Snow Queen had been very sad as a child because no one had played with her. One day, a sorcerer said to the Snow Queen, "You have to punish them," and asked if she wanted to seek revenge on those who didn't play with her. Filled with sadness as a child, she had made the wrong decision and had said yes. The sorceress turned her into the Snow Queen and filled her heart with evil. Since the mirror had broken the terrible curse, everyone was now filled with joy. "Thank you so much. I'm saved now. My heart is filled with kindness once again." Kai and Gerder went to the reindeers that awaited them, journeyed back the way they had come, and returned to their old happy days. And of course, to their grandmother's stories.